Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Satellite Sports, presented by Reagan's Corner Sports Podcast Network. You guessed it, we are streaming the Satellites women's volleyball team again, except this time we're in the PCC, the Porter County Conference Tournament, women's volleyball game, taking on the Hebron Hawks. I'm Rory Tettemer, joined by Raina as always, and then Mark Ridley joining us for the first time since that Count Phillies game not too long ago. But let's flash back to the last time we saw the Satellites. They lost to Marquette. The first time I've seen the Satellites lose, and they lost to Marquette. They got swept, actually, at home against Marquette. So that was honestly a shocker. And now they got to come back here in a PCC game. Raina and Mark, how you guys doing today?
Doing all right.
Doing well.
Now, Raina, just break down what we saw last time against Marquette. I mean, it was complete domination, right?
Right, yeah. That swept. We got swept, unfortunate. They were close sets, though. It just seemed that the Satellites could not get long enough, like a long enough break in between their rallies. They'd lose big rally points too, really, really hard on morale. So hopefully we get a win tonight.
Yeah, it was one of the first times I've ever seen the Satellites dejected and almost didn't really have an answer for anyone on Marquette. Marquette had a great blocking line. It seemed as if everything was getting blocked on the South Central side. They completely eliminated Ella Schmack on the right side. Something that's going to have to change here in this first round of the PCC tournament. And let's take a look at that bracket. So this is actually a boys and girls volleyball tournament, but South Central does not have a boys team. So there they are against the Hebron Hawks in that second bracket there. If they win, they'll face the winner of Tri-Township versus Morgan Township, 2 games that we have won. And then on the other side, the Couts, a team that we barely squeaked away against. And Mark, you were on there for that game. What did you see in that game, Mark?
A tough game, tough match. 5-setter went down to the wire. South Central learned a lot from themselves on that game, and maybe that experience and stuff is going to help them on with this in-season tournament and getting ready for a postseason tournament that's going to be coming around in October, a month away.
Yeah, so the PCC tournament is not the playoffs, but it is a nice little tournament we got going on here. And South Central, the home team in this matchup, you got to assume they'd also be the home team in that next game as well against Tri-Township or Morgan Township. But either way, we have some South Central action coming up on Reagan's Corner Sports Podcast Network. It looks like they're all ready for set number 1. We got going on here. I think it is important to point out in that bracket that the Couts, Count Phillies, they are not the home team against Boone Grove. So that could be a upset watch. And as the way I look at it, as long as the Count Phillies are not the team you face in the championship, you got a pretty good shot.
You never know how volleyball is going to go, just like any other sport's going to go. Looks like we're ready to have that first serve.
And that'll be an opening point here for the Hebron Hawks. Hope Welsh with a false serve on the first one. She has to get going. We didn't see very much of her at Marquette either.
Yeah, right. She seemed to be taken out of the service rotation, or they just never got to her in that last match.
And she never really got a rally going. So we got to try and hope for one of those Hope Welsh rallies that have become so common so far this season for Satellites. Either way, I mean, Satellites 22-3. They still have a phenomenal record. Just so happens that we actually saw them lose a game. And you got to lose one every now and then.
Right, yeah, and it was a good one, too. It's just, I really feel like those long rallies, I think they maybe run like 20% of those. Those are tough to lose.
Point, Satellites scored the next 2, and then Hebron just answered again for a 2-2 game here in set 1. It'll be the libero going back to serve for the Hebron Hawks. And that one is out. Point for the Hebron. 3-2. Some players, obviously, for the Satellites to watch for: Riley Schmack, the trusty libero, followed by Hope Welsh, Tatum Wade, Ella Schmack, Rachel Shaver, Violet Navrosky. They have been the rocks for the South Central Satellites team. And a player that we've been told to watch for the Hebron Hawks is Molly Friel, 5'10", number 23. And she is a junior for the Hebron Hawks, who have a 4-2 lead over the Satellites right now here in set one.
Yeah, the Satellites have a bit of age on the Hawks here. I believe they only have the one senior. They have quite a few juniors, but our seniors really, I think, hold our team together.
The Hawks should have a height advantage with Molly Friel at 5'10". They also have Grace Brown at 6 feet, another junior. This is like early timeout for the Satellites, 5-2. How about that?
Yeah, something's not working.
Yeah, no. Maybe they're just a little bit shocked. I mean, we have not seen an early timeout from the Satellites all season, and honestly needed a timeout in that game against Marquette. They lost a lead in set two, I believe, and
Yes.
didn't call a timeout until they were well behind.
Or it could also be the nerves of the Porter County Conference because they've already played each other once. Then you could always come around and say this is getting to be that conference championship, which is also going into the state playoffs. So a little nerves also could be coming into the play too.
I mean, I certainly got nervous. They're 20 at the Hawks before.
But what does the old tradition say? It's always harder to beat another team twice, more or less 3 times.
Is that a common saying? Either way, that one runs out 5-3 or 4. Yeah, 5-3. Hebron still leads. Another one runs out. Oh, whoa! They're saying that actually tipped the Satellites players, so that's going to be a point for Hebron, 6-3. You know, it's blurry on my end. Is it blurry for you guys too?
It is. It is a bit blurry.
Pretty tough to see what's going on. Let's see if we can get that fixed. Josh Regan is down there at the sidelines. So when in doubt, we can always go down to Josh there to let us know what's going on here.
Having some solid rallies. Last one did end on a mishit, I believe, though. Oh!
Tough point right there. I think it's 7-4.
That's what I got for right now. I'm trying to keep book here at the house.
Yep.
There we go with our left side again. We saw that a lot at the last match, and it worked pretty well, I think.
Hope Welsh celebrating a little early there. Again, the point's not called off. Satellites were ready to celebrate that point right away twice.
Yeah,
and that's a great hit right there. 7-5. Satellites still down 2 points here in set number one.
They look pretty strong, though, from those rallies. I think that timeout seemed to help.
They'll get an ace right there. 7-6. point. One round. Yep. 8-7 Hebron lead. Oh my God, look at the fan section going on right now on the bottom left. They're doing push-ups.
Yeah, I saw them at the beginning. They're doing like a little wave earlier.
Look at this. Maybe every time the Satellites lose a point, they got to do push-ups. I don't know.
Oh, I like that.
You get pretty fit doing that right now. So they win a point there, and I don't see any push-ups. So it's got to be when you lose. Eight all. Riley Schmack back to serve for the Satellites. A dump over attempt to try by Hebron.
I think that ball's going to go out. I think that was a bad save there.
Nice left side attack, and it runs out of bounds. Hebron again staying ahead, 9-8. See, there they are, the push-ups again. On the left side of those bleachers. Every time the Satellites lose a point, I'm going to have to start counting.
I know, was that like 10?
Like 10 or I don't know.
That's a lot.
Could be as many points they lose. I don't know.
There we go. Great serve.
9-9.
Now it looks like they're doing jumping jacks down the bottom.
That one blocked down the front. All right, here we go.
I believe they say they touch the net,
1,
though.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I only see 9.
Okay. I think you're right.
I was counting the guy in the blue shirt.
Yeah, me too. I got 9.
Same here.
Mark, you got this game tied up again?
Yes, I do.
Is it 10-10?
That's what I have.
All right, 10-all. Here in set 1, back and forth. Hebron still hasn't lost the lead. They've only managed to get into a tiebreaker.
They tried that center jump again, and it's not placed very well.
That one's blocked out of bounds, and Satellites get their first lead of the day, 11-10.
Ooh,
And they get an
great
ace
serve.
here, 12-10. Trying to pick up a little momentum.
They do tend to start out not as great.
Yeah. And there it is, a false serve, 12-11.
12. I got 13-10. We got 12-11.
I was thinking 12-11. That was a point for Hebron. And that's now a point back for the Satellites, and now it's 13-11. Josh wiping off the camera. I don't think that's the problem. I think it just might be the feed. Locked down, dug out again by South Central. This little push over here.
Great hit.
Hebron 13-12.
Mm-hmm.
Push-ups. I didn't count that.
I'm counting 9 again.
Oh, okay. Why not 10?
I don't know. I've counted 9 twice.
If our count's correct, we're up to 54.
Oof.
And we're only in the first set.
Yeah, they made a commitment there.
All right, the Satellites were to lose, and they were doing 10. That'd be 250 push-ups.
You know, I don't know why they decided to do that. Oh, just the blue shirt now.
Other one just tapped out.
Yeah, I don't know why they chose 9.
Point there for the Satellites.
Their football coach is getting him ready for this Friday night.
Some conditioning.
Or maybe they're fans of Rachel Schaefer and are doing it for her number 9.
Oh,
That's true too.
great hit.
Yeah, 15 or 16-14, Mark?
I got 15.
15-14?
Yeah.
This guy's just doing push-ups now for the fun of it.
He needs to get some hydration in him.
Another point there for the Satellites. 16-14 here in set number 1. Only one timeout called so far. It's been by the South Central Satellites at a score of 5-2 when they were losing. It's pretty early on. That one runs out. Another point there. 17-14, South Central running away with it.
Yeah, it was a good timeout. It was an odd timeout, but I think it really helped fix whatever maybe nerves are happening.
I'll be right back with the action when it returns. South Central back from the timeout, getting 2 points. Josh cleaning the mic, camera again. I guess it's the feed that we're getting, just being a little blurry.
Yeah, I think so.
Left side hit, dug out by Hebron, and actually falls down. South Central's got themselves 20. Looking for 5 more to win set 1. 20-14, I believe, is the score.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good now.
They seem to have found their rhythm, and that one goes difference of opinion here. One ref gave Hebron the ball.
Interesting.
This ref on the bottom has no idea what he's talking about. I don't know if he knows he just gave that wrong point. 20-15. Right side hit here. Nice little tap over. A little tap over. Left side dug out. Go back to it and it gets blocked. Down. Another point here for Hebron. 20-16. That one goes out of bounds. A little hesitation there from the referees. Didn't really know what to do. Guys are not the most qualified. It's pretty interesting for a PCC game.
Yeah, especially so early on. So early on.
Definitely seeing some more confidence with calls.
Maybe they're a little nervous.
South Central's having a tough time right now. Their left side's not working. They don't got Ella Schmack on the right side right now.
Yeah, I noticed that. Interesting.
This one just popped up there. It's going to have to bump this over. Oh, there you go. I guess replaying what we just saw.
Great dig. Get to see it again. Another one.
It's kind of popped up over. Okay, I think South Central got the point. If I'm correct, it's 21-19, South Central leading. Looking for 4 more to win set 1. We'll get one there, 22-19. That one just runs into the net, 23-19.
That's a tough shot there. You know, she's pretty deep to get that back row hit.
For sure. Hebron fading, and they call a timeout. South Central leading 23-19. Hebron needs 6 to actually tie it up, and they're not going to do so without a timeout. We'll be right back here on RCSPN. Back here with the action. South Central leads 23-19 here in set number 1. Looking to close this one out with 2 more points. Looks like they lay that one down in there, 24-19. Should be set point here in set number 1.
All right. Ending very well. Ending much better than they began, hopefully.
Yes. Tipped on the block. And that one will land down. Hebron not going down without a fight. 24-20.
Ooh, close.
And that's going to do it. 25-20 is the final score here in set number 1. I believe they got that last one on a violation. So 25-20, South Central wins set 1 here in the first round of this PCC tournament against the Hebron Hawks. South Central started off a little slow. They were down 5-2 early, didn't get their first lead until about the 11th point. I believe it was 11-10. And after that, didn't look back, and they win this one 25-20. We'll be right back here on RCSPN when set 2 action returns. Let's hear a break from our sponsors.
LaPorte's #1 used car dealer, All-Star Autos, is a proud sponsor of Riggins Corner Sports Network. All-Star Autos specializes in high-quality used vehicles and excellent customer service. You could say it's out of this world. They pride themselves on making your car experience as easy and stress-free as possible. You can view their inventory, and apply for credit at allstarlaporte.com. They offer financial for everyone, have a large inventory of cars, trucks, and SUVs. So next time you're in the market for a new vehicle, check out All Star Autos, the regional no pressure dealer, and see why we're number one in used car dealers in LaPorte. And go Satellites!
All right, set 3 set to begin shortly, or set 2 set to begin shortly. Satellites have a 1-0 lead over the Hebron Hawks, winning set number 1, 25-20. Raina, what did you see in that game that turned the Satellites around?
I'm going to be honest, I'm not too sure. I didn't notice much of a difference. It just seemed like they were winning points now. I wasn't really surprised. I think they do start out slow in a lot of the beginning of sets, so I wasn't too worried.
And Mark, how about you? Any analysis that you saw there in set number 1?
Like she said, it's just the slowness. They got to get the jitters out of the way and get the second and third matches going. Get ready for the extension of the weeks coming up here soon. It's not going to get any easier, especially when they jumped up to 2A instead of 1A in the state tournament.
Now, you know a lot more about the classes here for South Central. What's the difference in between 1A and 2A? Is it a stronger division?
It's population of the school, 9 through 12.
So they might not even be facing better talent?
What's that?
Are they even facing better talent, or is just more people there?
People, population-wise.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah, you can assume that you're playing better people, right? Because they have a bigger pool of people to choose from. But back in my high school, we were pretty small, so the league we were supposed to play in, we just dominated. So we had to move up into whatever A2. So it's kind of like you're assuming you're going to be playing better people the higher up you are, kind of.
They missed the state cutoff to being a single A by 2 people.
Oh,
wow!
So they're going to be playing the higher private schools in the state that can basically dictate how many people they can have in their school at one time.
Interesting. All right, set number 2. Beginning now, Hebron had the serve, but Satellites come out with the first point. Hope Welsh back to serve. They lead 1-0. South Central in their navy jerseys. The Hebron Hawks in their red with a white libero. South Central libero Riley Schmack in her red uniform. Back and forth, away we go. 1-1, just like it started off last time. In set 1, Satellites won set 1, 25-20. Back and forth pretty much all the way through until the 11th point.
Not too many exciting points, though, I would say.
I think you're right. I mean, we haven't seen that right side spike by Ella Schmack all game. I haven't seen that yet.
Is she even in? I don't think I've seen her in.
It might be her in the middle, and then she's going to the right there.
There we
that
go.
might be her. I think that is. Blockers for Satellite jumped a little bit too early here. Here's the right. Oh, no, it's going to go for a bump instead. That one goes out. Two here in set 2. Backside hit lands for the Satellites.
I'm I'm not too sure, but the sets, I'm not sure if the passes are just a bit off or the sets are a bit off here. But yeah, the sets don't seem to be hittable recently.
Another point there for the Satellites. That one goes out. Back and forth again. I believe we have a 4-4 game here in set 2.
That's a great serve there, but an even better dig. Oh.
A little pause in the stream there. Satellites with a nice point right there. A backline hit. Could be 7-4. I'm not quite sure, though. It's going to be a violation on the Satellites there. 7-5 or 7-6. Hebron with the serve. And it'll be a faulty serve right there. 8-6 or 8-5. Here in set number 2, Satellites already hold a 1-0 lead after a 25-20 set 1 win. Haven't seen any push-ups recently from that crew down there at the bottom left. Another point there for the Satellites. 9-5 or 9-6. It is 9-6. That's what Josh is telling us with that scoreboard there in your top left. And a point there for Hebron will make it 9-7. Nice easy point right there for the Satellites. 10-7. So they're the first to double digits. And Satellite fans, stay tuned with us in between set 2 and 3 as we show you a sneak peek to our interview with Rachel Schaefer that will be airing probably mid-October. Beginning to mid-October, we'll air that interview. But a nice little sneak peek, about 2-minute sneak peek on that interview with Rachel Schaefer that we had earlier this season. That'll come in between sets 2 and 3. So stay tuned for that. Satellites get another point there, 11-7.
That was a great hit there. Hard set, but they got there. Good point. Oh.
Hebron with the point there, 11-8. And they got another point right there. Nice spike.
Yeah, that was really
11-9.
strong. Great hustle.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job there. That was Hope Welsh on that.
Yep.
Nice little tap over. Another point there for Hebron, though, 11-10. That one goes out. I believe they have an 11-11 game here.
That's what I got.
South Central has blown a lead.
Yeah, I was a bit confident that they were gonna just kind of
Yep.
float through the set here, but ooh.
And they're looking all sorts of out of sync right now. And
I've seen very few good,
timeout there. Yep.
bump set spikes from Central.
So South Central calls timeout after blowing a lead. They're down 12-11. We'll be right back here on RCSPN when set 2 action returns. Out of the timeout, South Central down 12-11 here in set 2. Nice little quick hit there by Hope Welsh to make this a 12-12 game, and she'll be going back to serve.
Always nice when they get the point out of the timeout. Makes me feel like the timeout worked.
Yep.
How are you guys feeling about fall, though? It's officially fall.
Oh, man. I hate
Awesome.
We had like a random 100-degree day, and that was, of course, when we had my last tennis match, which was like pretty horrible. But then after that, it got pretty cold, pretty chilly.
it. Yeah, it's freezing.
I love it.
Past few I hate the cold.
What?
I
And the
love
winter's the worst.
Exactly. You gotta
Where are you
love
from,
it.
Dan?
Where
I
am I
love
from?
it.
Colorado.
From Colorado, so I mean, does it even get? How cold does it get? I'm from
It
the
gets pretty cold.
Northeast.
Yeah, not as bad as up here. I would say the wind up here is pretty bad. But in Colorado, it gets pretty cold. We have all 4 seasons. We get a lot of snow.
And what's the coldest you've already dealt with?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't look at the weather. I just kind of leave the house and deal with the consequences of my outfit choice, you know?
I've already hit the 40s here in Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah, no, we're not there yet. Maybe 50s, but high 50s.
We were at the mid 50s this last weekend.
Yeah, I would say around there.
South Central leads set 2, 14-13.
Still going back and forth. Some longer rallies here, though.
Point there for Hebron, 14-14.
I think Hebron's really good at hitting these deep spikes that just the back row can't get to. Like, they're not even touching it.
Yeah.
Along with these impressive serves, too. Like, they're not really able to get great digs for our setter.
And that one actually lands in 15-14. Hebron leads. Cross court hit right there. Ooh. Oh, that's with a good save right there. Hebron is all over them right now.
Yeah, again, body language of South Central seems, those last few points, they've lost it, and you just see it, they've kind of drop.
Yep. 16-14, Hebron leads.
There we go. Some energy.
Yeah, they get themselves a point back. 16-15.
I think we're all even now. 16 apiece.
I think so, too.
That was a nice
16,
ace.
16. Set 2. Pretty close here. 16-16. It's Riley Schmack serving for South Central. Screen bugging a little bit. Seventeen, 16. Hebron leads, and they have the serve, and that one lands down again, 18-16.
Those are tough. Just tipped over the net.
2 back-to-back aces for Hebron. They lead 19-16. South Central calling a timeout. All of a sudden, 16-16. That's 3 straight points for Hebron very quickly. South Central finds them down in a hole, 19-16 here in set 2. We'll be right back when action returns. Out of the timeout, South Central down 19-16. They're looking to mount a big-time comeback here. And they get their first point, 19-17. And they get another point here, 19-18. 1 point game here. Out of the timeout, South Central scored 2 straight points.
Yeah, they're honestly amazing out of that timeout. Really, any timeout. They seem to win at least 1 point.
Dog
Another
up
great
right
back
there
row
from
hit.
Hebron, and it gets out of here, 19-all.
Our back row hits are looking great.
Yeah. And there's a timeout called by the Hebron Hawks. All of a sudden, 19-19, South Central scores 3 straight points. That triggers the Hebron Hawks' second timeout of the day. We have a 19-19 game. Both teams looking for 6 more points. It will be win by 2. You got to get to 25 and make sure you're winning by 2 here. South Central has already won the first set. They're up 1-0 in terms of sets. South Central is going to try and keep that momentum going. Coming out of the timeout here, they will have the serve. 19-19 game, there isn't really room for error.
Yes, they need to come out hot and just get these next few points, go to the next set, and feel good. And an
And they
ace.
get an ace, 20-19.
Great start.
South Central's rattled off 4 straight points here. Good save. South Central hits it over. And it's going to get down 21-19.
There we go.
That's now 5 straight points for the Satellites. They're looking for 4 more.
Nice. I think they're having momentum at the right time. I also think that was a problem with their last match. They just seemed to get momentum at the wrong time. It was too late in those sets.
Yep. Good communication there. Hope Welsh sets up a left side hit, dug out, and out of bounds. 22-19. 6 straight points. Hebron going to call another timeout. Hebron is absolutely rattled right now. It is South Central's game to lose. I mean, you come in here with a 22-3 record, facing a team you've already beat. All the nerves, really. It's your game to lose. But now that Hebron did have a little taste of the lead, and they've blown it here, I'm sure they're a little nervous. Back bounce call. Hebron Hawks, their third of the day. Again, in sets 2 and 3, we're playing a little bit of a preview of Rachel Schaefer, number 9 senior for South. They come out of the timeout. 2-19 South Central. They have the serve. Another 23-9. Completely imploded. 7 straight points for the Satellites, 2019. Another ace, 4-19, make it straight.
Great.
Satellites are down 19-16 and have sent off 8 straight. Have a set point here. This one's going to be saved. It's going to be a bump. Get it. Satellites wrap off 9 straight points. Come back to win set 2, 20-19 with a 2-0 lead over here in this first round of PCC tournament action. As I've promised, in between set 2 and 3, we'll have a special look at that interview with Rachel Schaefer. Enjoy here on RCSPN.
completely ready on our skills during maybe even all 5 sets of the game. Like, we can't just expect all 3, like all 5 sets before sectionals. I think we need to experience that hard work, sweat, like putting in everything, leaving it all out on the court, and then we'll be even more prepared for when sectionals does come.
Absolutely. And then you kind of talking about the teams that you're kind of looking at, like maybe it's practice and this and that. So like a Griffith coming up,
Yeah.
who's one in whatever. Okay. So kind of like what lacrosse was last week. How do you kind of look at them and say that's not going to, it might be a challenge to be like, hey, we know they're not good with their schedule.
Yeah.
Okay. But we can kind of be like, hey, this can be a building block for us because this could be a trap game if we don't.
Exactly. 100%. And that's what our coaches stress to us at practices before these games or before the game. Like, this is a time to be quick, to run everything that we can run, try different sets, try different hits, work on your serves. Like, this is a big chance for us to make a statement. That's what Coach Wade and all of our coaches always say. This is making a statement. Either when it's on our court or on someone else's court, you always want to come and put everything out there. And so, yeah, like Tri-Township, Griffith, like all these people, like even if you can see their record, a record doesn't always show everything a team has. So you still need to come out and be ready to push and to play as hard as you can for however long you need to.
Absolutely. I like that mindset. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. So what are
a nice little sneak peek there at that interview with Rachel Schaefer. And that'll be released sometime in between beginning to mid-October. And we're just waiting for set 3 to begin here. Satellites have a 2-0 lead, and they're looking to sweep the Hebron Hawks here in the first round of the PCC tournament. We'll be right back here on RCSPN.
LaPorte's #1 used car dealer, All-Star Autos, is a proud sponsor of Riggins Corner Sports Network. All-Star Autos specializes in high-quality used vehicles and excellent customer service. You could say it's out of this world. They pride themselves on making your car experience as easy and stress-free as possible. You can view their inventory and apply for credit at allstarlaporte.com. They offer financial for everyone, have a large inventory of cars, trucks, and SUVs. So next time you're in the market for a new vehicle, check out All-Star Autos, the regional new pressure dealer, and see why we're #1 in used car dealers in LaPorte. And go Satellites!
Set 3, ready to begin here in South Central Country. And they're going to get a nice quick first point right there as the ball hits the basketball hoop. 1-0 lead for South Central here in set 3. That would make that 10 straight points for the Satellites, dating back to set 2 as well.
Yeah, that's really good for them. Good for them to just get done with that set, like I was saying.
And there's a right side hit there by Ella Schmack. Hope Welsh going back to serve again. Satellites lead 2-0. Make that 11 straight points. That one's going to hit the rafters, fall right down. 3-0. An ace there for Hope Welsh. Twelve straight points. Looking like another ace, unless it could be a monumental save.
Wow.
4-0. 13 straight points for the Satellites.
Another great serve. Not quite an ace, but it gives them the free ball.
Hebron actually returns it this time, and it's not going to matter. 5-0. Make it
Yeah.
14.
Yeah, it's time for a timeout.
Yep, 14 straight points for the Satellites. And that'll trigger a quick timeout from the Hebron Hawks, who are absolutely rattled here in set number 3. We'll be right back here on RCSPN. Five nothing here in set 3. South Central has rattled off 14 straight points against Hebron, dating back to set 2.
Nice. 2 great left side hits.
Oh, they actually get it over. What a save there by Hebron. All for naught. Satellites get their 6th point. Make it 15 straight.
Yeah, they definitely. Another great serve. Just to get that free ball.
And to spike it right down, and that'll make it 7 nothing.
Yep.
Satellites going on a roll.
Confidence.
Yeah, I think it's starting. It's starting with the hits off the serve. All these hits are going to the back row, and look, there's popping. Oh, that one actually lands down a little bit lower, but there's popping straight up and then getting lost in the rafters. Make it 8 nothing now. Satellites have hit 17 in a row.
Yeah, they are. Her serves. Her. I don't understand how she goes so long serving, and she has amazing serves the whole time too.
Another ace right there. Make it 9 nothing. 18 in a row for the Satellites, and they're on a roll here in set 3. All of a sudden, South Central running away from it after some back and forth battles in sets 1 and 2. Now they're up 9 nothing here in set 3. Hebron Hawks absolutely imploding on themselves.
I can't give them too much slack. Those serves are looking pretty tough. But
it's been 18 straight points for the Satellites. Will Hebron look better coming out of their second timeout this set already here? And only 9 points have surpassed. That one might have gone out.
A nice block. Great dig.
Right side hit,
Right
lands.
side.
10 nothing. 19 straight points for the Satellites.
They seem very put together now, which is very nice to see.
And this is looking every bit of the 22-3 team
Yes.
that the Satellites entered. 11 straight points make it 20 in a row. Are we going to go on a 25-0 streak?
That's a lot to ask.
It would be a lot to ask. I mean, it's only 5 more points though, and they get one right
That's
there.
true.
They get 4 more points. It's 11 nothing.
True.
That'd be a skunk. That'd be a skunk in table tennis ping pong.
Ooh.
11 nothing here in set 3. That's 21 straight points for the Satellites. Josh is saying 12 nothing. Maybe he was a little early, and that's 12
Yeah, I'm
nothing right
assuming
there.
it was
might
that
be.
point.
That's.
Yeah.
I got 13.
Oh.
You got 13. Holy crow. We think we need one more point for 25 nothing.
Two nice blocks right there, too.
Yeah. Ooh.
Another one.
And she got the pass. And it was
Oh, no.
just out.
Oh, man. 13-1. South Central streaks ends. It started all the way back when the South Central Satellites were down at 19-16. They rallied off 9 straight to win set 2, and it started out with a 13-0 lead here.
Morale on the other side seems down. Walking around, they feel a bit. I understand a 13-0 run on one amazing server is a bit frustrating.
Yeah.
You're at 15-1 right now.
15-1. That is correct. Satellites went on a 22-point run to end the second set, and to begin the third set, they're up 15-1 here. Absolute domination for the Satellites so far here in set 3. And that one lands in the backside corner. Nice cross hit there from Hebron, make it 15-2.
They're really good at that shot, though. Hebron hitting that back row. It's just I've really got the opportunity to lately.
Yeah.
15-3.
Satellites got another point there. 16-3. They're looking for 9 more. And they're getting in an ace. 7-3. Would take a monumental pass for South Central to lose this set.
And you got the senior at the serving line too.
Oh.
In Schmack.
Yeah, Riley Schmack, the trusty libero, back there serving.
She has been great this game.
17-4.
I think what I've seen from her is she's been pretty consistently good throughout this game for me.
Yep.
Good set, but hit very out there.
Yep. You got 17-4, 17-5. Oof. If you were just to watch that point right there, you would never guess that South Central's up 17.
Yeah.
5 or 6.
That was a bit of a mishit.
Yeah.
Oh, what a hit.
And down. 18-6. South Central leads here in set 3. Looking to sweep the Hebron Hawks here in round 1 of the PCC tournament. And they'll get another ace, 19-6.
Great dig. Got just in between the blocker's hands.
Yep. And that one lands down, 20-6.
Substitution for the satellite.
An ace there for the Satellites, 21-6. And this is an absolute blowout here in set number 3.
Yeah, it really is. These serves are... Oh, they're summing up the server. Really setting up the Satellites for success.
It's 21-6 right now. This is a pretty long rally. And Hebron Hawks end up with it, 21-7. Whoa. 22-7. South Central needs 3 more.
Got a score update for you guys over at Morgan Township. Tri-Township and Morgan Township boys volleyball is in the 5th set.
Ooh. Sounds like an exciting match there.
The winner of the women's side will end up facing South Central in the second round here of this PCC tournament.
For the boys?
For the women.
Oh, right.
South
So I was
Central
like, I didn't think they had a boys team.
South Central doesn't. I think that's tomorrow too.
Yeah, the game will be tomorrow, I believe. South Central handedly beat both Morgan Township and Tri-Township earlier this season in 3-0 sets. And they sweep again here. South Central takes down the Hebron Hawks with a final score of 25-7 here in set 3. They won the first set 25-20, won the second set 25-19, and they win this one 25-7 soundly, following a 22-point rally between set 2 and set 3. Absolute dominance. Yeah, nice little fan just running around the court now. But who'd you guys game ball go to? I think I got to go Hope Welsh for starting off set 3, 13-0. She could have even been the server to end set 2. I'm going to go her. I mean, a 13-0 streak is pretty big.
That is. And I really think that put the Satellites back into a great mindset to dominate the rest of that third set. So I would agree with you.
Yeah, I would say that, and also the Barrow, the
Yes.
Schmack girl too. Because you can't, the seniors with her leadership and stuff like that, it's hard to say that you can go anywhere else.
It is, and she had great back row hits, and I think throughout the game she was pretty consistent, even when they weren't doing too well. I felt like she was still out there hustling. So I'm in between both those two.
And it's like you just, with the leadership that the whole senior group has, it's hard to say. It's going to be a great week for them to see if they can go on farther in this tournament.
So South Central wins this first matchup of the PCC tournament. Let's take another look at that bracket. Tri-Township versus Morgan Township happening right now. We'll play the winner of that tomorrow. That'll be a 7 p.m. Central game, or is that Eastern time? I don't even know.
It's Central time.
Central time. So that will be an 8 o'clock Eastern time, 7 p.m. Central. Winner of Tri-Township versus Morgan Township happening right now. We'll go on to face South Central and that will be the semifinals for this PCC tournament. Semifinal or the finals game will happen on the 29th. That's a Thursday, and that'll be 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. That'll happen at Washington Township, regardless of who the team is, even if Washington Township doesn't make it. They are the host of this tournament, and that'll do it here for us at RCSPN. South Central wins another one soundly by a sweep of the Hebron Hawks, 3-0, and they absolutely killed it in set 3. But that'll do it for me. I've Rory Tettemer, joined by Mark Ridley and Raina. Guys, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Hey, we'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. That'll do it for here, us at RCSPN. Have a great night, and always stay in orbit.